Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Georgiman, and I'm your friendly neighborhood anime and manga fan. I love all things anime and all things manga, and I'm here today to talk about the first episode of Mashle's Magic and Muscles Season 2. So what did I think about the first episode of the season so far? I thought that the first episode was splendid. I think it did a great job of once again introducing us to the world that we love, which is, the magic world of Mashle. And, once again, the comedy was on point. They kept delivering. That's the one thing that Mashle has always been good at, and it's delivering, consistently a lot of laughs and, a lot of cool action scenes and, a lot of great world building. And I think that this first episode did that and, and some more. Now, before I go any further with this week's episode, I just want to give you guys a quick reminder to make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you guys can be up to date with all my Mashle as well as all my anime and manga content that I'll be providing in this channel. It really helps out a lot, and I would really appreciate it if you guys could subscribe to my YouTube channel. So if you guys could, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get into this week's episode. So one thing before I begin with this week's episode, let's talk about the season so far. The first opening and outro got changed, and I think that the visuals for the new opening, I think they're great. I still prefer the original opening song. I think that it was just more, cool. I like the more of the guitar riffs and all that, so that's probably why I favor it. And as for the outro, once again, good visuals and all, but that ain't true cream, bro. The outro song for the first season was S tier. I love that outro song. So I'm a little sad that that's gone, but that's my 2 cents on the opening and outro of the season so far. Now let's get back to business, which is pretty much what happens in the first episode. We see that we catch up where we left off, which is Mashle, had been Abel and, like Magia Lupus. And we see that pretty much they're celebrating. We catch up, they're throwing a feast, they're all having fun. And, they're like, yeah, we won all those coins. Now all we got to do is do the Divine Visionary exams or something, right? Like, that's it. And you see they're just like eating, and you see Dodd, my man is like mummified because he's in a cast, because my man suffered so many injuries from fighting, Love Q in the last season. So it was just funny seeing him in like a wheelchair and, all mummified. And also we see that in this party, Abyss and Abel, they're there and they're just celebrating. And that was so funny because Finn throughout it all was like, why are they doing here? This is so sinister. And like, it was just fun. It was just a fun little hijinks and shenanigans. And you even see Abel and Abyss playing like a card game. Like, it's so dumb. It's so silly and dumb, and I loved it. I loved every single second of it. Now, continuing from that, we catch up where we see a private conversation between Abyss and Mashle and Mosh. And we see that pretty much they start talking, and pretty much Abyss is like, hey, just so you know, Innocent Zero is gonna go after you. The people that the organization of these like mass murderers and like criminals, yeah, they're going after you. I don't know why exactly, but they seem to be targeting you. So whatever it is, keep an eye open. It's like, okay, fair enough. Like, Mash is like, I'll see what I can do about that. And we also see that pretty much he gets a letter, and it's a letter from the people. It's the people, like, they're saying that, yeah, you gotta go to trial because you got exposed for not having magic, bro. Sorry. And one little note I want to bring up is that I guess Abyss is not really good at talking to girls, so throughout it all, Lemon's there and she's trying to talk to him, and like, he's being very awkward about it. It's very funny. It's very silly little I like those little characteristics of, when there's a character in the show. So I thought that was fun. So we proceed, and we see that pretty much they're in the courtroom, and Mash is trying to defend himself, and we see this guy, like the head of the Magic Association or whatever. He's like, yeah, you're gonna be guilty, bro. Sorry. And Mash is like, nah, like, I don't know, bro. What do you want me to do? And he's like, can I just leave, bro? Like, come on. And eventually you see one of the Divine Visionary, a new guy that got introduced. I believe his name was Ryan or something. And we see that he's like, you know what? These rules, there's too many rules, bro, but the world does, oblige by rules. But at the same time, there's too many rules, and I feel like the people should be more lenient on them. And he's like, you know what? Let's see what the rules that the magic world, how we rule the world. Let's see how they, if they can be changed or not. Yeah, I'm pretty much like paraphrasing what he was saying. And eventually, he throws a candle on the floor. He's like, light it up, but I know you can't use magic, but, light it up without having to use, without touching it. So, like, and he's like, there's no way somebody that doesn't have magic can do that. That's why magic is amazing. And what does Mash proceed to do? My man gets the wand and starts going like this, getting the friction going. He starts like a whole hellfire, and it was hilarious because then he lights up the candle. Obviously, the Divine Visionary guy's shocked. Everybody's shocked. It was hilarious. It was fun. And then Mash is like, hey, so like, can I go now? And the Divine Visionary guy's like, hey man, this is great. Yeah, I think you're scotch free. I think this is awesome. And as soon as he's pretty much like vouching for me, like, yeah, you're all set, bro. You see the Divine Visionaries come in, and you see that they mean business, and you see all of them. They all have cool character designs and whatnot. And one of them gave me Gara vibes because his power was like sand based because he attacks Mash with like sand and all that. So I thought that was fun. And we see that pretty much they show up, and then they're like, yeah, sorry bro, we're gonna have to execute you. Like, they know butts and ifs about that. And Mash is like, what? And you see him all shocked, like, no. And then we proceed to see that as they're pretty much the Divine Visionaries, they're all for like, oh, sure, execute Mash, I don't care, except for Ryun, I think that's his name, the blonde guy. And while that's happening, you said the guy that was the judge in the trial, he gets taken over, I guess, because of a parasitic like magic kind of thing that absorbs someone's mana. And this was set up by Innocent Zero, whatever. And we see that they're saying like, you cannot, this boy, talking about Mash, he's important to us, so we will not let you like dispose of him. And pretty much we see that this guy's gonna pretty much die, it seems like, the judge. So then you see the Divine Visionary, the blonde one, he's like, you know what, let me, because I'm the most handsome one around here, I'll take care of it. And then while he's doing all that, Mash just rips the parasite out, eats it, and then he spits it out like in a freaking like an animal balloon, like how clowns know how to do the animal balloons. He does something like that with his tongue. So girls, ladies, Mash is single, just saying, like, his tongue game must be crazy. But we see pretty much that Mash, you see one of the guys, one of the the goons or whatever, he's like, oh my god, there's no way, like, that's incredible, like, how could you do that? He's like all shocked. And who's not shocked is the Divine Visionary with the sand, because he's like, yeah, that's cool and all, but nah, you're still gonna die. Like, and we see that he's going for like the kill. He's trying to straight up just kill Mash right at that instant. And the blonde guy, he like Mash. It looked like Mash was gonna try to hit him back, because you see that he's noticing that this like little spear of sand is about to like stab him, but he kind of like catches it before he even gets him. So I'm sure that he would have been able to block it. But at the same time, we see that the Divine Visionary Ryun, he stops it, and he's like, listen, I'm gonna vouch for this guy. This guy's pretty solid. And then the guy's like, really? You wanna go against us, like the magic world? Like, you really about this? And there's a lot of conflict. You see a lot of like tension in the room. Everybody's like, ooh, like it's like a Wild Wild West, like a pretty much like a showdown, stare down. And we see that who steps in, Mr. Wahlberg and Rain, Finn's brother and the head master of the whole school. The big Gandalf looking dude. And pretty much he shows up, and they're like, hey, we'll definitely need this. Like, we definitely need Mash. And we see that pretty much how the episode ends is where it's Rain, the headmaster, saying like, we might have to recruit Mash or something along those lines. And we see that Mash is just like there, and the narrator's like, what's to come in the future? And yeah, that's how the episode ends. So I thought it was a great introduction to this arc. And I think that introducing the Divine Visionaries is once again expanding the world of Mashle, Magic and Muscles. And I love that. I love when, there's a lot of world building, a lot of lore. And I really like how the system of this world works, where the magic system and all that. And I like the characters. I think that they all have like their own little characteristics that separate them from each other. I think they're all fun. And yeah, I think the comedy was on point too. I mean, a lot of fun. That whole party when they're eating, like, that was hilarious. I love that. I love that little silly, moments in stories where, you get to lay back and, not be too serious and just have fun. And I think that if you watch the first season of Mashle and really liked it, I think that, yeah, this first episode, it's the same quality. It's like, you're gonna expect that. And now we know who are the threads for this arc, which are the Innocent Zero, the main like organization behind trying to abduct Mashle. For what means, we don't know. But yeah, I think all the dominoes are lining up to be a perfect, like a great second season for an awesome show, which that's what I'm looking forward to. Now, with all that being said, what did you guys think about the first episode of the second season of Mashle? Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? Did you guys thought it was alright? Whatever you guys thought, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, thank you so much for sticking all the way to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more Mashle, Magic, and Muscles, as well as more anime and manga content in the near future. But yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.